we're going to take you through setting an A/B test up in the brand new experience. So let's begin. First of all, head to your campaigns list page and then find the campaign that you'd like to set the A/B test up on. In this example, we're going to use a campaign that doesn't have an A/B test running currently. Okay, so you've clicked into that campaign, you're into the brand new campaigns page. To set up an A/B test, you've got two options. You can use this button at the top that says Run A/B Test, or alternatively, you can click the button in the banner. So let's click that and get into the A/B test setup flow. So the first thing you'll see is 12 templates. These templates are really easy and quick ways to get some of our most popular tests up and running in under 5 minutes. Each of the templates are either labelled as high impact or lower effort, and you can use this filter here to filter by the high impact or lower effort tests. You might have a look through all 12 of the test templates and you might have a different idea of a test that you'd like to run. That's fine. All you need to do is hit custom test, and that gives you the option to test with more freedom outside of those templates. In this example, we're going to test one of the lower effort tests, and we're going to test a reduced share method test. So we'll select that and we'll hit create A/B test. And then we'll go through into the second stage of the test setup flow. So on the second and final stage of the test setup flow, the first thing you'll see is the template guide. This gives you guidance on what the template is for. It tells you what we've set up already, and then finally it tells you what you need to do to set up the test. Once you've had a read through that and you're happy, you can move down to the next section in the page. The next section is all around configuring the experience. So we've got our control, it's already set, which is fine, and then the variant. We've pre-selected the best performing share methods based on the data we've got. Have a look through that, make sure you're happy. If you're not and you want to change things, that's fine. Just hit select share methods and you can change the share methods. Moving on to the next section is all around configuring the parameters of the A/B test. What we've done, we default all the options here. So we select the confidence level. In this example, we'll declare a winner if we're 90% confidence. We also pre-select the success metric. In this example, we've selected conversion rate, and that will be the case for the vast majority of tests. We also provide you an estimate on how long the test will take to complete if there's a winner. In this example, it will take around 4 weeks for the test to complete if there is a winner. If you want more flexibility and want to change some of these options, you can always hit adjust speed and metrics, and that gives you flexibility to change the test duration and also the success metric. Then the final stage is all around managing test outcomes. So we will end all tests within 8 weeks, and when we end a test, 100% of traffic will go towards one of the variants. And there's 3 different scenarios. The first scenario is if we find a winner, we'll end a test as soon as we find that winner, and we'll push 100% of traffic towards the winning variant, which makes sense. We want all of your customers to see the best performing variant. The second situation is if we get to the end of the 8 weeks and we don't find a winner with the confidence level selected, in this example 90% confidence. In this scenario, we'll push 100% of traffic towards the better variation. We might be able to see that with 80% confidence, one variation is better performing, and in that situation, we'll push the traffic there. You do have the option to change that to either the control or variant if you wish. The final scenario is if we get through the test and we find there's no substantial difference between the control and the variant. In this situation, by default, we'll push 100% of traffic towards the control. Again, you've got the option to change that if you wish. One final thing to note is once the test concludes, if for whatever reason you're not happy with where the traffic is going, so for example, the result is there's no substantial difference, you actually change your mind that you don't want 100% of traffic to go towards the control, that is fine. Once the test concludes, you get the option to switch the traffic to the variant if that is what you want to do. Okay, so you've checked through all of that, you're happy. The next thing to do is hit run test. You've got 2 options, either set live now or schedule for later. We'll set it live now. You can have a final check through of the experience to make sure you're happy with it, and you can toggle between the control and variant. Once you're happy, select next, and then you can hit run current experiment to put the experiment live. So now just put in the experiment live, and we return to the campaigns page, and you can see you've now got this notification that the A/B test is running. If you want to view the A/B test results as the test is ongoing, you can hit this button here and it brings out that module with the A/B test results. Once the test is completed, you'll get an email, and also the platform will update with the results.